when you have these Arian dogs and they're Satan whom they worship thinking it's God, form and manifest, let me show you how to muzzle them. He just told you, like a good demonic dog, he just told you that the Father created the Son first, and then the Son created everything else, right? Okay. I need you to listen to this. Here's the argument. I'm going to get you the article. Victor Coach, how you doing, brother? How you doing, man? I don't care what they say about you. I need to lose 20 pounds. I'm gaining weight, brother. I'm on surgery. Okay, watch here. I need you to listen. Thank you, Juan. All right. Here's the article. Guys, listen to this airtight argument. It even made Greg Stafford foam at the mouth, bite his lip and bleed, right? And start manifesting like a demon. And he had to change his argument because he didn't know how to handle it. So he had to change his argument. Now he says the creation came out of God. It wasn't produced from nothing. Because that's how demonic, demon-possessed he is. Because he can't accept correction and admit he's wrong. Okay, so let me show you. Let me get you the article. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. All right? All right. Let me go through the article for you right here. All right? You see it right here? Let's walk through this argument. You ready to learn until we get customers? You ready until we get customers? Here's the article for all of you. Let me enlarge it so you can see. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You got it, Rumble? All right. What's the argument? Arians believe the Father created the Son first. All right. And then through the Son, he created the heavens and the earth. And here I quote even the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society's publications to prove that. All right? Right here, citation after citation. He is not the author of creation of God, but after God had created him as his firstborn son, then God used him as his working partner in the creating of all the rest of creation. You see it? This is what this dog was barking, even though he's not a Jehovah's Witness. All right? Matthew, are you an anti-Trinitarian? Do you reject the Trinity, Bruce Lee? Oh, you believe in the okay? Because I'm saying, Matthew, you're not answering. I call you Bruce Lee, you respond. All right, hold on. Let me wake this argument. In the creating of all the creation, rest of creation. Okay, so notice the Arian belief. Arius and those who believe like him. Greg Stafford, demonized loon. Father creates the Son first. Okay, with me? Learn this argument. It's not the first time I used it. I did sessions on this. Okay, you ready? Father created the Son first. Then he used the Son to create everything else. What's everything else? Heavens and earth and all that's in them. And I give you reference after reference from their materials. Here. Jesus is the only Son of God that God created by himself. Jehovah used the pre-eminent Jesus as his master worker in creating all other things in heaven and on earth. Right? So Jesus is the only direct creation of God. Everything else was created by God through Jesus. Including what? Heavens and the earth. The Son was there before the heavens and the earth. You see it? Guys, make sure you're getting the argument. Please pay attention to this. Because you're going to see the burial of Arianism. We have a problem. Because according to the Bible, the angelic creatures, spirit creatures, were created to dwell in heaven. Okay. The Bible's logic goes like this. Angelic creatures were created after their dwelling place was made. You cannot have angels created before their dwelling place. So God creates the heavens, then creates the angels to live in them. God creates the earth, then creates man to live on it. You don't create man and animals before the earth, right? Everyone got the logic, correct? Everyone got the logic, right? Okay, so here's my question. You're back again, you little stupid bastard? After you said bury the Trinity, we're going to have the Shia bury your mother. and you're Satan whom you worship. Okay. Now here's the dilemma for these bastards. Okay. God is the only being who doesn't require a place. God is the only being who doesn't, right, require a place to live in. God exists when there was no space and place. When God created heavens and earth, he created space and place. That means he exists when there was no space and place. So God is a being that doesn't need space and place. Everything else that is created is part of the temporal created realm. So it's part of space and place, right? You with me there? So my question is, since the sun is a creature, how can this creature exist when there was no space and place for him to exist in? See the dilemma? This is in the article. Remember, the sun is created, but created to dwell where? Remember, they believe, this dog believes, the sun was created before heavens and earth, before space and place. But then if he's created as a creature, where does he reside? Where does he dwell in? Because prior to heavens and earth, you don't have space and place. You have God, and God doesn't need space and place. But the sun, suppose he was created before space and place. So if he's created before space and place, where did he dwell? Where did he reside in? Yep, that's what actually they did. The Zulut, they mounted your whore mother like your uncle is mounting you right now. Right? Now, the only thing you can say, Missy Maria, you're listening, right? You're following me? The only thing they can say is that the Son was dwelling in God. Now, that introduces another problem. God is not a physical being, a material being. So when you say he's dwelling in God, in what? In what? God is not a material being. He's not a planet. He doesn't have volume and mass and shape. So how was the Son dwelling in God? Secondly, let's assume in some mysterious way he's in God. But there's nothing in God that's created. So how can the Son be in God and be created when nothing in God is created? See the dilemma? See the dilemma? That's all in the article. That's all in the article right here. And I've already used this, right? So now watch the argument, and I'm going to bring you up. If Jesus is the first creature, then he is a being who by his very nature is bound by dimensions of time and space, which means that he must have somewhere to dwell. Moreover, since he's supposed to be a spirit creature, his dwelling place would naturally be heaven. However, Arians like JWs, like this dog who is barking, teach that Jesus existed before the heavens were made, since Yahweh created all other things through the agency of Christ. This means that Jesus in his preeminent existence was alive even before there was any place for him to live in, which is an impossibility. In light of this dilemma, we have the following questions to ask any Arian who believes that Jesus is the first creature. How can Jesus be the first creature without having a place to dwell? And if he didn't have a place to dwell, wouldn't this mean that he's not bound by time and space? But if he isn't bound by them, wouldn't this mean that he's timeless and spaceless? However, the only being that is both timeless and spaceless is God, since God alone existed before the creation of time, space, and place. Therefore, doesn't this actually prove that Jesus is not a creature but eternal, the eternal immaterial creator of all things? And since the Holy Bible says that the name of this eternal immaterial creator of all things is Yahweh or Jehovah, wouldn't this further mean that Jesus must be Yahweh? There you go. See the dilemma? This is an old argument from one of my older articles, and I've done sessions on this. Here's your link again. Why do you keep going in and out, Matthew? What's going on here, dude? You keep going in and out. Who are you looking at? Who are you talking to? Your imaginary friend? So if this guy didn't blaspheme the Holy Spirit, I wouldn't have cussed him out.
And with them, it's more of like just get pictures and like,
All through Christ, we can hear you speaking.
But it's okay. You'll take pictures of me.
All through Christ, we can
Fuck,
hear
I
you.
forgot. I gotta fucking request that day off. Fuck.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hopefully they can fucking give me.
Hey, fuck
When is
face.
it, bro?
We can hear you.
This coming Saturday? Already? Fuck.
Hey, fuck face. We can hear you.
Did he say fuck face?
Yeah, because we can hear you swearing, fuck face.
Oh my goodness.
We just heard you swearing, and your name is all through Christ. Fucking this and that. Yeah, exactly.